Britt Baker's AEW status has taken another turn because what in the world is actually going on with Britt Baker? Just when we get a glimmer of hope that she's on her way back, a new wave of reports come out that throw everything into question. Let's try to make sense of this. Today, we need to talk about one of the foundational pillars of AEW, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who has seemingly vanished from our television screens for over a year, or at least close to a year. For months, the situation has been shrouded in mystery with rumors swirling all over the place. Now, we have a fresh batch of conflicting reports that have taken this whole saga in yet another turn, leaving us all wondering if she's on the verge of a comeback or stuck in wrestling purgatory. Now, let's start with the good news. Let's start with the glimmer of hope that everyone has been talking about. According to Sean Ross Sapp during a recent Fightful Select Q&A, Britt Baker is physically ready to go. The report notes that she has remained in shape throughout her long absence from AEW and is prepared to make her return to AEW television whenever she gets the call. That right there is a huge update. It tells us that this isn't an injury issue holding her back. The ball is officially in AEW's court. Sapp pointed out that now would be the perfect time to bring her back. Let's be honest, AEW has more women's championships than they know what to do with right now. Between AEW and ROH, there are 5 women's titles, and the division could desperately use a jolt of star power that a returning Britt Baker would provide. Sapp added that the extended break might have been a good thing for both sides, giving everyone time to hit the reset button after her last run. With over a year left on her AEW contract, bringing her back now seems like a no-brainer. This is all happening after a period where rumors were flying that Britt Baker was actively trying to leave AEW. Now, AEW President Tony Khan, well, he shot those rumors down quite quickly, confirming Baker had never talked to me about leaving, he said. He chalked her absence up to AEW's famous rotating talent policy, which sometimes feels like a talent's vortex where people just disappear for a while. He simply said that she would return when the time is right. And now it seems like the perfect time is right around the corner. AEW has announced that the September 24th episode of AEW Dynamite will take place in her hometown of Pittsburgh. The stage is perfectly set for a massive hometown hero's welcome, and it feels like now is a now or never moment for many fans. The belief is that if AEW doesn't pull the trigger on her return in Pittsburgh in front of her own people, then it's a sign that something is seriously wrong and we may never get to see her back in AEW. So just keep that in mind. I think it is a now or never moment. If this chick does not show up on this show, Tony Khan might as well just release her. Okay, now let's talk about, well, some bad news, because everything I had mentioned up to this point, that was the good news. But this is wrestling, and it's never as simple as it, right? Just as we were all getting our DMD chants ready, another set of reports came out painting a much different picture. Okay, now this goes back many, many months. Some of which you may know, some of which you may not. But Wade Keller of the PW Torch first reported that Baker is in the same boat as several other talents who were just simply not being used by the promotion. But there's a key part. The belief is that AEW CEO Tony Khan is fed up enough that he's not using her and she will only get the call if and when that changes. Fed up. That's a strong choice of words and suggests this is more just personal issue than just a, hey, we ain't got nothing for you creatively. Now, adding to that, on a recent episode of WrestleVotes Radio, it was noted that people within WWE do not expect Britt Baker to be available anytime soon, which implies she's not leaving AEW anytime soon. However, they also noted that Baker is not expected to be on AEW television imminently. So which is it? Is she on the verge of a big-time hometown return, or is her comeback not even in the immediate horizon? This is where we have to talk about the elephant in the room. The reported backstage issues in AEW, which I feel like was the straw that broke the camel's back. To understand why a boss may be fed up with a top star, we have to look at the reported drama surrounding her partner, Adam Cole, and MJF over the last year or so. There was numerous reports of locker room turmoil and unhappiness, with some suggesting that the lines between on-screen storyline and real-life friendships got very blurry and caused significant friction backstage. While the exact details are all based on reports, the sheer volume of smoke suggests there was a fire. It's possible that Baker simply just got caught up in the crossfires of all that drama, leading to this extended and seemingly complicated time off. Now look, there were situations in which talent thought that Britt Baker felt like she was above everyone and they didn't like the way that she carried herself, or the whole MJF issue where she reportedly talked trash about MJF in the AEW women's locker room. Alicia Tout, who was then MJF's girlfriend, now wife, went to him, be like, hey, this chick's talking mad trash about you. You need to go address this. He did. There was an incident, right? There's a lot to it. Now, we are here. Britt Baker's status with AEW has indeed taken another turn. We have a situation in which credible reports say she is in shape and ready to go at a time in which the company needs her, with a perfect hometown showing waiting for her. And we have equally credible reports saying the boss is fed up, her return isn't imminent, and there are lingering issues from past backstage drama. It's a classic case of who do you believe? What do you guys think is actually going on here? Will we see Britt Baker make a big return in Pittsburgh, or is she going to be sitting on the sidelines for the foreseeable future? Let me know your theories down in the comments here below. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more wrestling deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. I just want to say this. If AEW has no intention whatsoever of using Britt Baker, just let her go. Like, I understand he's afraid that she will go to WWE. I think she would. I think she would be a great fit in WWE. I've been on this case for a while now where I believe Britt Baker is a better fit in WWE than she would be in AEW, simply because I feel like she fits the WWE, put in quotation mark, sports entertainment type feel and product and the presentation in which they give their talent. I think she would be better off because, like, look, we all know that AEW is the place where the best wrestle. We get that. But Britt Baker, all due respect, is not the greatest in-ring worker. She's a good wrestler, but her promos is where she excels. Her character work, her crowd work, the ability to go from babyface to heel to heel to babyface. Anything you ask this woman to do, she does, and she does it at a very, very high level. So while I don't think she's necessarily the greatest in-ring worker, I think the qualities that she does bring, the pros of her style, I think it fits in WWE better than AEW, and I would go with that. Like, don't go with this belief that, okay, well, if I'm weak in this area, then then I'm doomed, right? I think fans do that way too much with talent. Of like, well, if you're not a great wrestler, you can't succeed. And it's like, look, if you have promos, if you have charisma, if you have connection, you are going to be fine and probably a bigger star than, hey, I can wrestle a 5-star classic. Just my opinion.